Film presentation for the week, Film 104. I chose to do my presentation on the director of film, considered the leader of a film. Hello, this is my film presentation for the week, Film 104. I chose to do my presentation on the director of film. Okay, the director is considered the leader of a film set. They are the main point of communication between the cast and the crew. They are considered the main creative consultant. However, their job does not consist of telling people what to do and where to go. They oversee things like casting, script revisions, composition, and even editing. They have the power to make or break a film. Now, from my research, just from looking it up on Google, I found that directors can make anywhere between $35,000 and $70,000, which is a pretty good range, I'd say, because when you're a director, you can kind of have the freedom to do whatever you want and work however much you want, even though, and when you do work, that's those long hours that go into it, so it makes it worth it in the end. The director sets the mood for the whole film. Every move they make must be strategic and carefully made. If the director is somehow off on set one day, then that could affect the whole cast and crew. If a director is not confident in what they're doing, that can also affect the performance in the cast and crew gives. They always have to be on their game. Their job responsibilities. Directors are the managers on a film set. Their main jobs include assembling a team, so assembling the cast and crew, choosing the cast and crew, making sure that you have the best cast and crew possible to make your vision come true, creating and keeping a film vision. I feel like if I were a director, creativity would be my biggest hurdle, because it's so hard to create and keep a vision, and to be a director, that's something that you need to be on a constant state of creativity, which can be hard to do at times, especially if you're uninspired, which can happen in a lot of times. Sometimes you're not inspired every single day, and it's hard to keep going, but when you're a director, I feel like those days need to happen as little as possible. And then keeping everyone on set accountable and on task. Like I said before, being a director is not just telling people what to do. It's also keeping everyone accountable for what their jobs are, and staying on task. And that doesn't necessarily mean telling people what to do. That just, again, means keeping everybody accountable. And most importantly, keep the artistic vision alive. And this one kind of goes along with creating and keeping a film vision. Like I said before, in order to be a film director, you have to be artistic, and being artistic constantly, in an artistic constant state of mind, can be very, very difficult to manage at times. Some of the greatest directors of all time include Alfred Hitchcock, Orson Welles, John Ford, Frank Capra, Tim Burton, and Steven Spielberg. Tim Burton and Steven Spielberg are two of the directors that I have heard of probably the most. Tim Burton with his satire, and both of them actually with their satire styles of direction and type of movies. And that is the cool part about being a director, is that you have the ability to make a vision come true no matter what you're feeling. These are some of the most well-known directors of all time. They excelled at what they did and were praised for their creative minds. In this mix of directors, you will find their marvelous works of comedy, horror, action, etc. That is one of the amazing things about being a director. Anything is possible and anything goes. That is exactly what makes these six individuals the greatest. Like I was saying before, you don't need to have a specific track you need to be on. You can do whatever you want. And having the freedom to have a job and do whatever you want, that is awesome. And, if something that's comical sparks your interest, if something action, centered sparks your interest, or the horror and satire kind of theme suits your interest, then you can go with that and run with that. And I think that's so cool, and it goes a long way with creativity. Achievements. These are some of the greatest achievements you can receive in the film industry, which I thought was really cool to look up. The Grand Jury Prize, which is at the Sundance Film Festival, Academy Award for Best Director, and an Oscar Movie Director Award. And then those are just my references.